Hello everyone, and a big welcome to the Botanica closing show. If you are here, you might be aware this is the last hour that our current enrollment period is open, and we've been getting used to counting down this last hour because it is your last opportunity to join our current term time, and we wanted to do it with you. I'm Lisa Shirley, Community Manager for Formula Botanica, and I'm joined by the lovely Lorraine.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, everyone watching. It's so lovely to have you with us. Yes, it's an exciting day at Formula Botanica because we are closing our January 2024 enrollment. We won't be open again for many, many months. And we are busy, very busy, welcoming in the hundreds of new students who've already enrolled with us. And orientation is literally about to start, which is incredibly exciting. So yeah, I'm thrilled to be here.
Exactly. And we always get some returning and current students joining us in these lives as well. So please do let us know if you've enrolled, let us know what course you signed up for, and just give us a little shout out in the comments. I can see people doing that already. We've got Daniela, Michelin, I think that's how you pronounce, sorry if I've butchered that name, Lamis from Dubai, got people from London. Let us know where you're signing in from, because we are an international community, and we do say that a lot, and it's worth repeating because we are very proud of that. So do let us know if you're new, if you just have a query, if you're, you know, whatever stage you're at, if you're on a course and you're thinking about maybe doing another one, please let us know.
Absolutely. This is a really exciting time. So we love the fact that you're joining us live. And as Lisa said, we're an international community. Can you believe we're now in over 190 countries worldwide? It's 191, although I haven't gone in and had a look at the stats lately. So I don't know if we've added any new students in new countries, but pretty much every country and territory in the world, we have a student there. We're still aiming for North Korea, Antarctica. I'm still waiting patiently. One day that might happen. But yeah,
we can do it.
Absolutely. It's incredibly exciting because it shows formulation is taking over the world, and that people literally in every part of the world are thinking to themselves, I can do this and I can make the beauty industry better with my formulations and my small brand. And I think that's incredibly exciting.
Exactly. And speaking of which, we sometimes forget to say this in the beginning. We end up hearing like kind of a ticker. So just by Lorraine's head, you can see lots of graduate products, which she's going to mention in a minute. But there is also a kind of counter just by the side of her head, and that shows how many students we are enrolling. And it is a real-time counter. So if you do enroll with us, it will go off, and Lorraine will be able to give you a little bit of a shout out in this live. And we celebrated an amazing achievement this week by enrolling our 20,000th student, which is absolutely incredible.
It is. I mean, Formula Botanica has been going for 12 years, but really it's in the last 5 years that things have just exploded around us. And yes, we are now at 20,113. I don't know if we can zoom in. Do you know how to do this, Lisa?
I think, the other way around.
It's the wrong way around. Let's see. How do I do this?
I think if we switch.
Do you know how to do it? Anyway,
let me just have a little. Sorry, I think it favors me. I'm sorry about that, Lorraine.
Okay, well, we'll put it back. Anyway, I don't know if you can see here, but 20,113. That's absolutely phenomenal. That's how many people have enrolled on our award-winning online courses. And look, someone's literally enrolling as we speak. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes from someone enrolling and completing their student enrollment form to ticking through to the counter. So literally all night long, it's going tick, tick, tick. Thankfully, no one sleeps right next to this room or they'd be kept awake all night. But I was sat on the sofa on Saturday evening and I just could hear loads and loads of ticking. And I turned to my son, who's 13, and I said, I think we've just reached 20,000, because to hear that much ticking, you've got to have lots of digits ticking over. So we both leapt up, ran into my office, and sure enough, it was sat there on a beautiful 20,000. So big congratulations to our 20,000th student, but to all the students who've enrolled in the last couple of weeks.
Exactly. And a welcome to everyone that's been joining the last couple of minutes. I've got News Views, good name. Michelin says I did pronounce her name correctly, which is fantastic. Daniela That is so great. Please do let us know. As I said, if you're studying with us, if you're new, if you have a question, as we'll be going through, we'll be talking to you about a few things about our courses and what you need to really be considering in 2024 if you want to become a certified formulator. What is important this year you need to be thinking about to reach your goals. We are here to answer those questions for you. So as we're going through, if you have any questions, please do drop it, because if you've joined this live, it's because you have a question. Let's be honest. Someone wants to know, like every single person wants to know something. So please do drop it in the comments. And I promise you, we've probably had that question before. So we definitely will have the answer for you.
Absolutely. We're here to help you. This live is called Ask Us Anything. So don't be shy. Post it on up and we'll have a chat with you. And we'd love to hear from you. And I'm seeing more people join us from India, from South Africa, from the Caribbean. Lovely to have you with us.
Exactly. So we're going to go to some slides in a minute. And Lorraine's just going to be giving you a little brief overview again of all of our courses and how they kind of match together. And then we grab some questions from the community. So we're going to be answering those afterwards, and we can add new ones as we go. So don't worry. So if you have questions about courses or for Botanica or anything you like, please do feel free to add them at any time. And we're going to get to that in a second. And as those slides are going through, just have a think about what course you're on, what your next steps might be. Have a think about where your kind of points are, where you're a bit stuck. And when I say stuck, I don't mean that in a negative way. Sometimes it's hard to think about the next step and we kind of remain a bit dormant, and we see students doing that. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes you just need a little bit of help to get to that next stage. And that is what we want to help you with today.
Absolutely, which is why we're doing this live. Right, shall I pull up some slides?
Exactly. So I'm going to hide for a bit. I'm going to leave you in the lovely, capable hands of Lorraine, and we'll be back to take your questions.
Awesome. Here we go. Right, here are my slides. Hopefully you can see that. So this is your last chance to enroll with us for this half of the year. Basically, we won't be open again until the second half of 2024, and things are changing then. I will come back to that in a minute. But I want 2024 to be the year that you take action. We've just started a new year, and I don't know if you're feeling this too. I know I am, but I'm thinking this is exciting. 2024 is going to be my year. I have so many milestones ahead of me on the horizon, and I can't wait to achieve them. And I want that for you too. So make 2024 the year that you take action. So enrollment is closing. In fact, I've got a little timer set up here on my phone. We've got 52 minutes before we close enrollment at Formula Botanica for this latest intake. We are closing at 4 p.m. UK time. It is currently 8 minutes past 3, so you have not got long. So if this is your last chance to enroll, then I would very much encourage you to take it. And we've got 7 courses, which I'll have a look at in a little bit more detail in a minute. But we're also happy to answer any questions about these courses as we're here on this live for the next 50 minutes or so, because we will be logging off when we close enrollment. This is the year that you can become a certified formulator if you aren't one already. And what does that mean? How would you achieve that? Well, we've got a series of courses at Formula Botanica that are perfectly set up exactly to help you reach your dream. So if you are new and you don't know where to start, every single person starts with our diploma in organic skincare formulation. This is the gold standard course. It is, in fact, the most popular course in formulation in the world or on the internet. Pretty much global, I'd say. I mean, universities have cosmetic science degrees, but we have 20,000 students. No degree even comes close to this. So this is the most popular formulation course on the internet, and it will teach you the foundations of formulation. So you'll learn how to blend different ingredients together, how to create formulations that are safe and stable, how to make formulations that you could potentially sell, skincare formulations. And it's launched the careers of over 18,000 students worldwide. So almost everyone who's enrolled with us has at some point taken this course, and almost everyone starts here. And this diploma will give you an award-winning grounding in formulation before you can then go on to gain more advanced formulation knowledge. It is a fantastic course. I'm totally biased in saying that, but it's true because it has helped launch the careers of thousands. The syllabus for this program is that you study the anatomy of the skin, you learn about skin physiology, you learn how to formulate, how to create your own formulations from scratch so you're not following recipes anymore. You learn how to research ingredients. You learn how to formulate cleansers and toners, gels, butters, balms, oils, masks, scrub, bars, body washes, lotions, creams, anything that you can think of pretty much is in this diploma. I think there's about 30 different types of formulation. You'll also learn what we call aroma cosmetology, where you'll blend essential oils together to create beautiful fragrances, and you'll learn about the safety of that too. You'll learn the foundations of marketing and branding if you want to start a business, and almost everyone who enrolls with us either does initially or they get the bug halfway through, well, after they've made all these beautiful products, and then think to themselves, my goodness, I could sell these. And at the end of the diploma, you learn cosmetic compliance. And we've set the bar pretty high. We want everyone to comply with the highest regulations in the world, because that way, if you do start a brand and you do sell globally, then you will instantly pretty much be compliant in most places. So this is the most popular formulation course on the internet and in the world. And at the moment, the course fees for this diploma are £750. However, I do want to let you know that this is the last time you'll be able to enroll for this diploma at that fee. The fees are going up quite considerably for July 2024, when we next open enrollment. So if you're thinking, I'm going to put this off to the future, this is your warning. Don't say I didn't tell you. The course fees are going up. So what other courses have we got? Because it's not just the skincare diploma, although that's where everyone starts. We also have our diploma in organic hair care formulation, which teaches you how to formulate different cleansing products for the hair. So different types of shampoos, different conditioning products for the hair. So leave-in, rinse-off conditioners, and also different styling products, which is quite unique. So you'll learn how to make putties and gels and clays and things like that for the hair. It's very versatile. You'll learn, again, how to make about 25, 30 different types of products. Hugely fun, hugely innovative. There is a massive gap in the market for this, by the way. Hardly anyone is making and selling hair care at an indie brand level. We're starting to see a few more indie brands come through in the hair care space, but this market is very open and ready for the taking. We cover all different hair types in here, because obviously there are so many different types of hair in the world, and we have covered all of them for this particular diploma. It's a lot of fun. What I will say is making hair care is slightly harder than making skincare. So we do recommend that you learn how to formulate the basics, the foundations first in our diploma in organic skincare formulation, and then move on to hair care. If you're already formulating, you might be able to already make that leap, but we do recommend you get the foundations in place. If you think about it, most hair care products are washed down the drain because you're in the shower, if you're cleansing or conditioning, unless you're talking about leave-on products. And because of that, you work with a lot more water. You have to work with more preservative systems, more stabilizing systems, etc., which is why hair care is ever so slightly harder. Right, then we also have our advanced diploma in organic cosmetic science, which takes you from that foundation level in skincare and hair care, and then takes you up to advanced formulator level. And at this point, you're learning how to work with advanced formulation techniques, advanced ingredients, and more high performance ingredients, because you have to learn how to make the foundations first before you can move on to those high performance ingredients. After all, you're not going to make a vitamin C serum for yourself on day one. You're going to learn how to make the serum foundation first and make it feel nice on the skin, and then you're going to start layering in those high performance ingredients and figuring out how to make them stable. You're also going to learn the most amazing skill of all, which is the skill of reverse formulation. So that teaches you how to take any product from any store anywhere in the world and reverse formulate it. So recreate it for yourself. Very empowering. Our students absolutely love this. They honestly can't believe it when they see what they've actually made, and they often go out and they buy a product and then they recreate it themselves, and sort of it blows their mind. It blows everyone's mind because it's so much fun to watch. And this is advanced formulator level, and we teach you all of this in this advanced diploma. Next up, we have a couple of shorter certificates. So we have our certificate in cosmetic stability testing, which is a beautiful accompaniment to your diploma in organic skincare formulation when you're enrolling with us. And it teaches you the testing skills that every formulator needs to know. So you need to know how to make sure that your formulations don't split or don't go grainy or don't change color or don't change their fragrance. That's all about stability. You need to know how to make your formulation stable. And this short certificate, you can zip through this really in a matter of weeks. It is heavily theory-based because you've got to learn how to create a cosmetic stability testing regime for your lab. And then we teach you how to do some of the tests yourself. Some of them you can do in-house, and some of them you have to outsource. There's no sort of getting out of that. You have to outsource some of them. And we'll teach you all of that in here. There are 20 different tests that we cover in this certificate. Then another short certificate we have is our certificate in natural cosmetic preservation, which teaches you how to create safe and stable and sellable cosmetics. Super fun, super useful. Again, a magnificent accompaniment to your diploma in organic skincare formulation. Because if you want to make sure that your formulations are absolutely safe to use, then this course will teach you how. It is heavily theory-based because you've got to learn the foundations of how to choose the right preservative. In our foundation diplomas, we work with a couple of preservatives, which are very easy to get a hold of and very stable. But once you start to branch out into more advanced formulations, you will need to know how to choose the right preservative to go with those formulations as well. And we teach you all of that in here. And you can get through this course very easily in a matter of weeks, really. Then we have a fun course on high performance botanical formulation, our certificate in organic anti-aging skincare, which takes all those amazing high performance botanicals that you could be working with and teaches you how to make a small capsule range of skincare that taps into all of that knowledge. Hugely fun. We watch people go through this course all the time and absolutely love it. And they come out the back of it and they've created elixirs and serums and masks and all sorts of beautiful, beautiful formulations. And then finally, my favorite one, I'm totally biased here, but I absolutely love this course. This is our diploma in beauty brand business management, which is, I call it our Indie Beauty MBA, and it teaches you exactly how to start a business from your formulations. So once you have a formulation, the next step, of course, is to say, well, how do I sell it? How do I create a business off of this? And we'll teach you all of that in this diploma. It's a very sizable piece of work. It absolutely will teach you everything you need to know. And every single time I see a review come in from a graduate who's completed this course, they all go, oh my God, that blew my mind. I learned so much. Because not only are you learning from the Formula Botanica team in this diploma, but you're also learning from a series of experts from all around the world, because we interviewed all sorts of experts in retail and marketing and sales and finance and investment and manufacturing and all of it to help get you set up. So this is the program you need if you want to start a business. And I know if you're in the world of Formula Botanica, you very likely do. So let's make 2024 your year. This is your year. This is super exciting for you. And this could be you, this is just a handful of photos that have been taken directly from our online classroom, because our students and graduates share their photos with us all the time. They share photos of the formulations that they've really proudly made. They share photos of themselves when they've graduated. They show photos of themselves with their brands. It is so wonderful to see these people take action and completely change their life. And we hear this all the time from everyone who goes through the courses. They say to us, you have completely and totally changed my life. And I couldn't thank you enough. And that is absolutely heartwarming. This could be you in 2024 as well. You could have all of these amazing formulations sat around you. You could be formulating any types of products that you want, and you could be starting a business off the back of it. Isn't that exciting? I think that's incredibly exciting. So just a quick recap, we also have a 30-day money back guarantee. So you could enroll today. And if you don't like it for whatever reason, and this rarely happens, then you can request a full refund in the first 30 days of your enrollment, as long as you haven't completed more than 25% of your first course. So this is there as a safety net for you at any time. So, do you have a question for us? Because this is your last opportunity. I can see here on my phone, because I've set a timer, there are only 40 minutes left until we close enrollment. Let me just click my slides away, and I'm sure Lisa will be back. There she is. So we only have 40 minutes until we close enrollment. And the next time we'll be open will be many, many, many months from now. And of course, the fees will be going up for our diploma in organic skincare formulations. So if you have some questions, now is your chance.
And thank you, everyone. I can see the questions pouring in, and they've been quite varied, actually, which has been lovely to see. And I can see more countries, South Africa, people coming from Texas. So we are not lying when we say we have students and people coming into our lives from all over the world. And we absolutely love it. So we're going to start with the questions. And please feel free to throw them out there. We will get to every single one, so don't you worry. I'm going to let Lorraine have a little drink, because she does have to talk a lot on these lives, so she can get prepared. Okay, we're going to start with Camille's, because Camille asks a fantastic question. Okay, Camille says, my goal is to become an organic formulator. Well, that is a fantastic goal. Well done. I want to become an international brand. I can see that the program starts in May. What classes can I start with until then? I currently do DIY. It's going well. We don't use the term DIY around here. We say that people formulate. But what would we say to Camille? What's her first step?
The first step is, well, you've taken the first step, is to set your goal. And I think that's incredibly exciting. And I love that not only do you want to become a formulator, but you also want to become an organic skincare entrepreneur. So we also have a package of courses which isn't currently open. It's called our International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program. And that will be available in May. But in fact, I think it might be no, it's May. It's May. But if you are interested in that and you want to take action now, what a lot of our students do is they enroll for our diploma in organic skincare formulation. And then when we next open up enrollment for our international program, they upgrade. So you speak to our student experience team. This happens all the time. We're very happy to do this. And then we deduct the fees that you've already paid from the total cost of the program and upgrade you to the full suite. And at least that gives you the opportunity to get started right now, which I think is what you want to do, Camille. So I'm hugely excited for you.
Exactly. So you don't have to wait, Camille. You can get started today. And as soon as people enroll, I think the email comes through so quickly. We have people almost saying they've logged in sometimes, like during the live. So you can get started today. There is nothing standing in your way. Okay.
We just welcomed a new student. Actually, I can see the names of the students in the back end of Formula Botanica here. So I can see that we've just enrolled Kayla and Juliet. Kayla's in the US, Juliet's in the UK, Veronica US, Catherine US, Julie in South Africa, Olumidun, I'm sorry if I've mispronounced your name, in Nigeria. Tons and tons of new students joining.
Amazing. Lots from America.
Yes, always.
Yeah, that's it for the Americans. Right, next question from KCH. Hello, Lorraine. Do the courses also address the usefulness of the ingredients used, e.g. usefulness of rosemary, etc.? They'd be required for marketing the final product, I assume. So what do we do when it comes to teaching about ingredients and what they should use?
So the reason I just leaned over was because I was grabbing our ingredients directory off my shelf. So I had it printed out a while ago because I wanted to see how big it was. Can we actually move the question off the screen and I'll show the full picture. So this is our ingredients directory. It's over 250 pages long, and in it you have all these different ingredient profiles of different plants. So let's pull one up. Here's pomegranate seed oil as an example, and it shows you where the ingredients from, the function, recommended usage rate, heat stability, color, scent, oxidative stability. It has all the information in there, different fatty acids you can get in there. And then for each ingredient, we also give you formulation tips and advice. So yes, we tell you loads and loads about different ingredients, what they can actually do on the skin. I don't know if I could find rosemary that quickly because I'm on live. Active Botanicals.
Yeah, we really don't give you a course and just kind of like give you, drop the information and then run. We do help you as well as you go through and just give you that guidance. So you will discover tons and tons of stuff when you enroll. There'll be so much, you will be overwhelmed in a gloriously wonderful way. Because
you will, but this is not even like in the course. This is a bonus that you get with the course. We don't even really talk about this all that much, but when you enroll with us, every student gets access to our student library, and then inside the library you have all these amazing documents like this, which are for all students. And there's also, for instance, like a global supplier guide, which I think now has over 500 suppliers around the world. It's huge. And all of that information is crowdsourced from our community. So we don't just sort of Google random companies. We get advice from the students who say, I've bought from this supplier and they're amazing, put them in there. And that's how we've created this incredible directory of places where you can go and buy ingredients where everyone else buys them as well. And they are all over the world as well. So we make sure that our students in the Middle East and in South America and in Southeast Asia, etc., they all tell us about the different suppliers that they're using.
Exactly. And I just want to shout out this great comment from Jackie Rose. This is a name that I am familiar with. Hello, Jackie again. So she says, do the course. It's fantastic. The community, the tutors, you will get so much from it. Bonus is lots of new friends who've got your back. So thank you so much, Jackie, because we do say that because that's what we feel. but it is great to have students also supporting that message and feeling it as well. So thank you so much.
I love that. And Jackie's also posted up to say hi from my boat in the Caribbean.
Well, then I have no sympathy. Just
She's
jealousy.
doing much better than we are. Is Jackie the person who posted in our classroom recently to say that she'd gone to tell the Body Shop that they weren't the first vegan brand? Because I absolutely loved that post.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but we can definitely find out and see if that sounds familiar. Okay. Question from Camille. Should I learn formulas before business education? What order should I start with to reach my ultimate goal of global organic beauty business? I love that everyone's got these big goals, which is fantastic. It doesn't have to be, but it is great to hear it.
What I would recommend actually is doing both at the same time. If that's your learning style. If that's not your learning style, then do one. Learn the formulation first, then go do the business. But what I would want to do if I was learning how to do this is I would want to learn the formulation skills. And then from time to time, in between making the formulations, I'd want to go and put my business hat on. Because the reason I say this is it's a really good idea to start to think about who your formulations are for, what kind of brand you're creating, how you're going to make an impact on the world, what your big mission is, whilst you're learning about how to emulsify, how to choose the right ingredients, how to make all of these different products. Because I regularly see people go through the formulation diplomas and they go, oh my God, I made this type of product, like a facial oil, for instance, and I absolutely loved it. Now I'm going to make a range of facial oils and that's my brand. And then they sit down and do the business piece of work, the business diploma, and they go, well, now I've actually looked deep inside myself. I can see my big mission is to do this thing over here. And actually it doesn't match with the facial oil plan at all. So now I'm going to completely rip up everything and go back to basics. So if that's your learning style, that you can learn about theory and practice at the same time, then I would very much recommend doing them together. If that isn't your learning style and you like to do one thing at a time, then start with formulation.
Thank you, Lorraine. Okay. Kind of at the core of what we're talking about. Why is it important to become a certified formulator if you're making skincare or hair care formulations?
That's a really good question. Well, it's so easy to get it wrong. I think we just need to highlight this for a minute. I mean, I think it was Camille who said earlier, I'm making DIY formulations. There are so many DIY formulations online and so many of them are really sketchy. They're new student. They're not properly preserved. They're not stable. They're not well put together. They contain, in fact, wow, I'm seeing loads of enrollment suddenly come in. Wow, all at once. Then they don't contain essential oils at the right percentage. They might potentially sensitize or irritate the skin. They might be combining ingredients that shouldn't go together. They might be using ingredients that aren't suitable for that particular user. There are so many things you can get wrong if you don't know how to formulate, if you're just following some recipes from a book. I mean, I have tons of those books and so many of them, I open them up and I'm like, oh my God, they've emulsified with beeswax, or they haven't preserved it, or oh my God, that's really dangerous. That will never remain stable. Don't follow those recipes. That's why it's really good to be able to create your own recipes from scratch and to basically take the ingredients that mean something to you and create something really special with them that you then we always say, like, the most important final ingredient that you put into each formulation you make is love, because it's something that you yourself have put in there. And I think that's wonderful because that gives you the opportunity to create something that is truly yours, almost like your gift to the world, really. And that's why it's important to become a certified formulator.
And we always get, kind of tying into that, we always get a lot of people kind of on the fence because they're new. So what would you say to someone that's on the fence about taking their first step? Because we get that all the time. I'm new, I don't have a background. The background seems to be like a real thing, So what would you say to someone who is brand new, who just isn't quite sure?
Well, first of all, I would say if you're on the fence, I just want to point out to you that you put yourself on that fence. Like, we didn't pull you up onto it. You chose to climb up on that fence. And you can see on the other side of the fence this world of, my God, I could become a formulator. This is something I'm really interested in. And it's something that could completely change my life. And it sounds really exciting. I'm just a bit scared of it. And so what I would say to someone who is sat on the fence is, what's holding you back from achieving your dreams? You have this vision. You have this dream of creating something that's potentially bigger than yourself in the world, of learning a skill that could completely change your life. What is holding you back? Because it's not us. We're sat here waiting for you. We're ready. The course is closed in 30 minutes and 15 seconds apparently. We're waiting and we're ready to teach you, and we've taught, you know, over 20,000 students in the last few years, and we need you in that group as well, because we could completely help you change your life. So that's what I would say to someone who sat on the fence.
Absolutely. You've got to be in it to win it. And as Lorraine just said, it is half an hour left. I'm just going to take a moment because there's just 30 minutes to join this round of enrollment. And then, it's ages until you can join again to do our individual courses. So if you have been thinking about it, now is the time. Yes. And if you want to kind of open up communication with us, email us at hello@formulabotanica.com. Send us an email. Our help desk are there. They've done the courses. You don't just get through to people who give you automated answers. Start a conversation with them and they will be able to help you as well, because they love the courses just as much as our students do.
Yes. And what I will say is, I think, we've just enrolled, let me just call out some names: Lucy in the UK, Janika in Canada, Esther in the US, Fatima in the UK, April in the US, and Siamanta in Kenya. So I think we're about to start ticking for all of them. So if you're on live with us, any of the people that I'm shouting out to, let us know, because we'd love to see you post in the chat and say, I enrolled, because then we can give you a big, big warm welcome too, because I'm just so excited for all those people who just enrolled with us, because everything is going to change for them now.
Exactly. And this is something we actually hear about a lot, and it is very important to success. What is the mindset of a successful formulator?
Oh, that's a good question. I actually took some notes for this one because it's such a good question. Let me see if I can find it. I think the main thing is that they're inquisitive and they're excited by the potential of the creativity that they could put into their formulations. They love working with new ingredients. They get really excited by all the potential plants and botanicals they could infuse into their formulations. I was like this as well when I first started. I am as well. I just formulate a little bit less nowadays because I'm so busy running the school. But it's just so incredibly exciting when you first immerse yourself into all of those ingredients and you realize that you can create something with your own hands that you've made yourself. So I think the mindset of a successful entrepreneur is someone who is driven, who is creative, who is having fun with it, because it is a super fun skill to learn. And they always want to create a formulation that makes people happy. And I think a good way of thinking about it is, if you like to cook, people often cook from a place of love, right? They want to create some food that they know will make people happy. And I don't think formulation is hugely different to that. We're trying to create formulations that we can give or sell to people that will make them happy and bring something into the world that will genuinely help people. And I think that is what makes a successful formulator. Someone who keeps driving themselves forward, who isn't deterred by failure, because like with cookery, I'm sure everyone watching at some point has had a major baking failure. Let's be fair, I have too. You'll have some failures along the way, and those are the best learning moments, by the way. And if you're not deterred by that and you just keep going and keep creating amazing formulations, you'll just get better and better and better. And that's what a successful formulator is.
Absolutely. And Janika, lovely comment from Janika, who says, I can't wait to start. So Janika, you kind of raise a good point. So if you're on this live and you're watching and you've been thinking of doing one of the courses, which one would you do? Which one have you been thinking about? Or which one are you on? If you're a returning student, you're on a course already, just let us know what you're studying, because it's really nice to know.
I think Janika's literally just enrolled with us.
Oh, fantastic.
I can see a Janika on the list here, the list I just read out. So huge welcome to you, Janika. We're so thrilled to see you in our community soon.
Fantastic. Congratulations. You are in league for just such a world of adventure. So we're all very jealous. Well done. Congratulations.
Amazing.
Okay. So how are things going to be changing in July?
Here we go. Tick, tick. So in July, when we next open up our next term time, we will be putting the prices up for our diploma in organic skincare formulation. And I can't tell you exactly by how much yet, because we haven't finalized that internally, but it is going to be a substantial amount. And I just want to tell you about this now, because I don't want anyone coming to me later in the year and going, why didn't you tell me? I'm telling you now. Like, this is your last chance. We always do this because we want to be completely fair to everyone. And by telling you before it happens, you have an opportunity to still get in at the old prices. So at the moment, our diploma in organic skincare formulation. Oh, look, I'm about to tick over. I love that. 20,121 amazing students and graduates. So At the moment, it's £750 for our diploma in organic skincare formulation, and that will be going up quite substantially in July. So this is your last chance to enroll for that diploma at that current fee.
And that's an important thing to remember, because as Lorraine says, we do always get a lot of people kind of coming just kind of afterwards, and we're just saying, because we want you to have the information, because sometimes there's no difference between now and in 6 months. People just put like a time thing in their minds, but we just want you to have that information so you can make an informed decision.
Absolutely. And I see Janika's just posted up and said, I've just enrolled.
Amazing. Thank you, Janika. And for everyone else, if you've enrolled, let us know in the comments. Please do. Don't be hiding. I know Lorraine can shout out to your name, but if you have enrolled, let us know, because we would like to give you, I'll put your comment on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we have kind of mentioned it, but it's worth repeating because we want people to know what course they should start with. So, which course should a new formulator take at Formula Botanica?
So if you are completely new to formulation, and most people who come and enroll with us are, then our diploma in organic skincare formulation is the best place to start. It's where everyone starts. We've had over 18,000 people go through that diploma in various forms over the years. So it is the most popular formulation course in the world. And we know that that is the place to start, because it will teach you exactly how to create your own formulations from scratch. So it will teach you the skills of blending different ingredients together, choosing those ingredients, constructing those formulations. We'll teach you how to work with what we call a frame formula as well, where we give you percentage. Sorry, I keep hitting my microphone. We give you percentages of different ingredients in ranges so that you can create your own version of a lip balm. And we give you sample formulas to follow as well. And we teach you about ingredient safety and stability and formulation safety and stability. So there's a ton of information in there. And you need to learn those skills first before you can move on to the more advanced programs.
Yeah. But that is a good thing. We want you to do everything in the right way. We don't just want to give you a course, go away. We want you to go through it steadily and become a fantastic formulator at the end. Okay, Christian Gurley has a question. So as you mentioned different courses, are there other payments apart from $750? So I think they mean, what are the prices for the other courses?
We do have different prices for all the courses. Just to briefly go through them, our hair care diploma is slightly more than that. It's $795. Our business diploma is our most expensive program at the moment at $995, but it is an amazing business course. Our smaller certificates are all around about the £300 mark. So if you go to our website at formulabotanica.com and you visit each of the individual course pages to enroll for them, then you will see for yourself what the fees are, because they're all listed at the top. But we're around about that sort of mark. I'm seeing a couple of people ask as well about payment plans, etc. Those aren't on our website, but if you get in touch with our support team, then they'll be able to talk to you about what the options are. So just reach out. I know the team is in the live chat, so you've probably seen their messages come past already, but the address is hello@formulabotanica.com. Just come and talk to us and tell us about your situation. We've got many people in our help desk. They're busy working through all the tickets at the moment. They'll be very happy to help you. And if you have already initiated that conversation before we close in 21 minutes, then they will honor that as well. So don't worry about that, but reach out, please.
Yeah. And I'm going to say to the person that's just commented they're having trouble on the enrollment page, the same thing. If you're having any issues, reach out and our team will be able to help with anything like that. So please don't worry.
Yes.
Okay. So what are the opportunities in formulation in 2024? Because we always get people kind of saying, there's so many things around, loads of people doing this, loads of brands, etc., but there's still so much out there, so many opportunities for people in this arena. So what would we say?
There is. I think the way to look at it is the beauty industry is vast, right? It's $500 billion in value globally. That's the entire beauty industry. That's 500 billion. That's enormous. And they're predicting that pot will grow to 650 billion just in the next 3 years. That's 30% growth. I think that's absolutely unbelievable. So this industry is enormous, and it's really easy to go, well, it's all the big players. But actually, when you add up the top 10 big ones, L'Oreal, Unilever, Estee Lauder, Procter & Gamble, etc., they only take up about 1/5 of the total beauty industry. There is an enormous industry out there. It's an enormous pie, and you can get a slice of it too. So by learning how to formulate, I mean, I have yet to meet a formulator actually who doesn't sort of go, I think I might be able to sell these formulations. So even if that isn't your dream at the moment, it may well become your dream as you learn how to formulate. At that point, you start to think, my goodness, I've created something that I know really helps people. And I've never been able to buy products like this because the ones I see in the shops, they just don't work like that. So I think there's an amazing opportunity out here, not just for people learning a new skill, which will totally empower them and make them sort of feel really proud of themselves and give themselves purpose and meaning, which is what our graduates say to us. And go and watch and listen to the interviews we've done with them, because they all say these words. But it also gives you an enormous opportunity to create something that's bigger than yourself in the world and to genuinely make people happy with the formulations that you make.
Exactly. And think about where those stories come from when people say, you know, there isn't any space. They're probably coming from people that don't want you to start a brand and take a piece of that pie. So there absolutely is.
Yeah.
Brilliant message from Bohumila. Says, I've enrolled and looking forward to start. I followed Formulating Botanica for 3 years and I finally did it. So congratulations. 2024 is going to be your year. I have a good feeling about you. Please do go to the orientation group. Say hello. Kelly, who's actually in the comments for this live, runs the orientation group. So please do go in and say hello to her, because she would love to hear from you. That is so exciting.
It is. It's hugely exciting. Congratulations. I'm thrilled that you're with us. I cannot wait to see your formulations. All the photos come past. I can't wait to follow your journey. We have a lot of students, but we have an amazing classroom. Lisa manages it with her team. We have, I think, about 13,000 students in there at the moment. It's buzzing. So come and join us now that you've enrolled. And also, Lisa already alluded to it, but we start orientation imminently as soon as we close enrollment in 18 minutes. You only have 18 minutes. Then orientation, the email with all of the information will go out shortly afterwards. We have even got what we call an orientation Facebook group set up. If you are on Facebook, then you can come and join a really sort of small closed community with just the people from this latest intake. And the team works with you very closely in there. It's quite an intimate place, which is quite nice before we put you in the big classroom with everyone else. Absolutely. So come and join us and take part, because we have a lot of orientation activities ready for all the new students.
We do. Okay, so Camille asks, so do the classes expire after how long? So obviously we have different courses, but how long do we give people for our main diploma, Lorraine?
And I can see Camille's just posted up just now and said, I'm enrolled, which is amazing.
Oh my God, fantastic.
But let me answer this question. Yes, you do not get lifetime access, much like you wouldn't if you went to university. I mean, I don't rock up at my university gates 20 years later and demand them to let me in. So you have, there is an expiration on the courses. The diplomas, you have 2 years to complete. The certificates, you have 1 year. So simple. I mean, these are big periods of time, and we've set them for a reason, because you can so easily work through the courses in that period of time. You could get through a short certificate honestly in a matter of weeks. You could get through a bigger diploma in a period of months. And we've set them up in a way that you don't have to work on them full time, because rarely do people come to us and work full time on their courses. I don't think that's how adult education really can work, because all of us have busy lives, with busy jobs, busy commitments, busy families, all sorts of things going on. So we've set the programs up in such a way that you can work through your courses about half a day a week, and you will comfortably complete them in a matter of months. So yes, there is what we don't call it an expiration date as such, but there is a deadline for you to have completed your program. But those deadlines are very comfortable. And even if you don't reach them and you get to that stage, we have an extension program as well, which we can fully explain once you enroll. It's all in your student handbook.
I recently did an interview with Nat from Lux, one of our graduate brands, and she was talking about the fact that there is a 2-year span to do the main diploma. And she said it actually helped her pass, because sometimes you do need that date to actually go through it. And she was a big fan of getting a study buddy and having that date. And because of that, she was able to get through her course. So we do that so you pass. We don't do that because we want to be taking anything away from you.
Amazing. And I can see lots of new names coming in. So I can see Camille. And we can see, so Camille's in the US, we've got Roa in Belgium, we've got Lisa in the UK, Elizabeth in the US. If you're on live with us, tell us you enrolled so we can celebrate with you. And I'm super excited because we only have 15 minutes left before we close.
Thank you much, everybody. Okay, Shine Pebbles, fantastic name, says, I live in Singapore. Where do I get the ingredients? Now, as I said in the beginning, we have an international community, so we do look after them. And how do we do that, Lorraine?
So we have a supplier guide. Actually, I should have had one of those printed out as well. I'll send it off to the printer soon. So every single student, when they enroll, they have access to our student library. And in that library, we have all sorts of documents like the one I showed earlier. This is our ingredients directory, 250 pages of ingredient profiles and formulation knowledge. And you also get a global supplier guide where we have over 500 suppliers around the world, all small indie brands that you can work with. When I say indie brands, they supply to indie brands, so they themselves are independent too. And that information has been crowdsourced from our community directly. So our students have told us about these amazing companies that they've bought from, and we've compiled that information for you. And it goes the other way as well. So if someone comes to us and says, I've had a terrible experience, and we hear that from a couple of places, we boot them off as well. So that way, hopefully, we continue to create an amazing supplier guide that will help you. And I think we update it quarterly, actually. So it's constantly being revamped.
Amazing. And yeah, we do listen to you, as Lorraine says. We take everything our community says seriously.
Yes, we do.
Right. Elizabeth says, hello, I enrolled. I don't know if we actually said that one. Sorry, Elizabeth. Well done.
Yes, congratulations. Oh, actually, I can see Elizabeth's name here on the list as well. So huge congratulations. I'm thrilled to bits for you.
Amazing. So Sarah doesn't know what to do, where to start. So I want to make the right decision before today's window closes. Please advise. So what should someone to do if they want to do the program, if they want to do more than one course? How would we advise someone to progress today?
Well, first of all, I'd say enrollment closes in 13 and a half minutes. We don't have long here, but let's calm it down and try and figure out what the best decision is. I think if you're new to formulation, the best place to start is our diploma in organic skincare formulation, which is the most popular formulation course in the world. It's an amazing program, and I have watched countless graduates make all sorts of products with that program. And what I would say is, I don't know if you can see all the products behind me, but those are all graduate products that I've been sent from all over the world. So I'm incredibly privileged, and I've received hundreds and hundreds of graduate products. They just send them to me and go, I really want you to see what you helped me create because you changed my life. So everyone starts with the diploma in organic skincare formulation. And I could see Sarah posted up a message to say, I want to go with the big international program that you open in May. If you want to enroll for one of the first courses in that program now, then you can upgrade to that program in May when we open up enrollment for it, and we'll deduct the fees that you have already paid. But please reach out to our help desk, hello@formulabotanica.com. If you're unsure, but you want to enroll, then now is the time to reach out, because if you've spoken to us before we close at 4 p.m., then we can still honor that afterwards, because the team is working really hard to get through all of those tickets in the background, and we will get to yours as well. But please do reach out, because if we don't know you're there, then we also can't help you and work with you. So speak to us. And I can see lots more names coming in. We've got Ivana in the UK, Kevin in the US, Lisa in the UK. Big welcome to all of you. I'm thrilled that
welcome
all
to
coming
everyone.
to
You are in the...
See, look, we're taking over.
Yeah, congratulations to everyone. And as Lorraine said, if you have enrolled, please do let us know in this live, because we've only got, I'm seeing 12 minutes now to kind of have this time with you, and then that door closes. But the important thing that Lorraine just said, you can start now. If you're thinking of doing the bigger program, you can always upgrade, and you don't pay any more. So we just deduct that price when it comes to it in May. So please don't worry. You can start with the diploma in organic skincare formulation today within the hour, and then we can take care of you. So I don't want anyone watching to worry about that, because I've seen a few comments about that.
And I think that's an important point to make, actually. You can get started today. Like, you could complete module 1 by this evening. I bought an online course recently, and I was through the first 3 modules within an hour. And I sat there going, yeah, I'm taking action. I'm doing this. You could do the same. And then you download, as soon as you start your diploma in organic skincare formulation, which is realistically the course that most people are enrolling for at the moment, the first thing you're invited to do is to download your shopping lists. And then you download your shopping list and you place your order for your different ingredients. In fact, we work with a kit supplier as well. And then those ingredients are sent to you whilst you're working through the first couple of theory modules, and you're learning all about what formulation is. And before you know it, you'll have made your first formulation, or your second formulation, or your 10th formulation. And that could all happen within a very short space of time. So if you enroll today, everything could change within a matter of hours even. Isn't that exciting?
Exactly. A lot of the pictures that you saw in the slides earlier, I looked at firsts in the community, and a lot of those were people's first formulation, and they looked, you know, I want to say professional. They looked perfect. So yeah, just think about that. Everyone starts at the same place. So everyone who has a brand, big, small, everyone who's learning, everyone starts at ground zero and then goes upwards. So yeah, please do remember that. Okay, fantastic comment from Venezuela. Says, hi, I enrolled in October 2023. I live in California. I'm excited so far learning in your wonderful course. Thank you so much. Happy student. Thank you. And we have a comment from Elizabeth. I think this might be who person's just enrolled.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm an esthetician for 27 years. I already use Botanical. I want the best care and love for me and my clients. Excited to get certified. That is what we like to hear.
Excited
Thank
too.
you so
because
much.
not only are you going to benefit hugely from this, but your clients will too, and they're going to love it. I think this is a wonderful, wonderful addition to your business if you're already working as an esthetician. And I've seen so many estheticians go through our programs over the years.
Absolutely. So this does come up. What would we say to someone if they say, you know, I can't afford it? Because we do hear it.
Yeah, we hear that all the time, and I completely sympathize if you're in that situation. What I will say is, having spoken to tens of thousands of people over the years, is I think the people who say, I can't afford to study with Formula Botanica fall into two camps. First of all, there are the people who genuinely can't afford it. And if that's you, please don't enroll. We don't want to take your money at the moment if you can't afford, you know, if there's a choice between eating and studying with Formula Botanica, prioritize the heating and eating. Obviously, that is an absolute no-brainer. But if this is still a dream for you, make a plan. Start to think about when you might want to do it, when you think you could get to that stage, and make that plan today. Making that plan is free, and there's no one stopping you. You can say to yourself, you know, stick it on your vision board and say, this is what I plan to do, and this is how I'm going to get there. And that means you're taking action and committing to your future. And I think that's super exciting.
Absolutely.
So that's one group of people. The other group of people say, I can't afford to study with Formula Botanica, but actually what they're really saying is, I don't see the value in it. And I really want to call those people out, because if you can afford to study with Formula Botanica, then I think you've got to ask yourself, what sort of value are you placing on completely changing your life and achieving your dream? And what sort of value are you prepared to place on not achieving your dream as well? This could completely change everything for you. I think it's incredibly exciting for you, but how valuable are your dreams to you? Do you want to be sat here in a year's time with this new skill that you've learned and this ability to completely change your future? You know, how valuable would that be to you? And we know our courses work because we've seen it. I mean, look at all the products I've stood behind me. Those are incredible brands all around the world. We know our courses work because that's what those people have achieved with them. So the question I would have to the people who are saying, I don't see the value in enrolling, is what value are you placing on your dreams? Because every single graduate has always said, I wish I started sooner. And actually the courses are worth way more than they actually invested in enrolling for them, because this could change everything. So what price are you putting on achieving your dreams? And are you valuing that enough? That's what I would say, because the people who take action and who achieve the most in the world are the ones who invest in themselves.
Absolutely. And I would say, Lorraine just mentioned the brands behind her. All those people are really different. All those people come from different backgrounds, started with different resources, but just, as Lorraine said, just made a plan, just thought about it a little bit, and then said, right, I can do this then, I can do this then, and they did it. And there's no pressure on you at all. We just want you to achieve your dream. That's it. We have people doing it with one brand, with one product. We have people doing it with 10. We have people who just want to study formulation. We have a variety of people. We just want to encourage happiness. We want to help you achieve your goals. And something I would add is to start communication with us. Email us at hello@formulabotanica.com and just start that communication with someone that's done the courses, knows what it's like to study, knows what it's like to pay for it, knows all those kind of things, and they will be able to put you on a path, and they'll be able to guide you. And they really are so helpful.
Yes, they are. And we've had a few more people enroll with us. So Darlene in the US, Michelle in the US, Fariba in Canada, who's gone for the hair care diploma. So excited to see your names on the list. You're going to watch the counter tick over shortly. And you can see that even in the short time we've been online, we've enrolled, what, I think 24 new students.
I know, it's been
Incredibly
absolutely
exciting.
they've just been waiting for us.
Oh, there goes another one. So, but we only have 5 more minutes before we close enrollment.
Oh my God, that's gone. I didn't even realize that. 5 minutes. Sorry, that has flown by.
I know.
I just want to, it's because we say loads of things about people who study with us, our graduates and everything, and one thing kind of ties them all together. So I'm just going to put this up really quickly. So what sort of person enrolls with Formula Botanica?
I think the person who enrolls with Formula Botanica is an action taker. There's someone who has decided they're going to take action in their life. They're going to change their life. They're going to learn a new skill. They're going to create something amazing with that skill, be that a formulation that they could sell, like these wonderful formulations I've been sent recently. Let me open one up in a minute, actually. Or a brand where they could sell their products all over the world. So you could create formulations that you use for yourself or give to your friends and family, or you could make formulations that you sell. So I was sent this one recently by one of our graduates, who I believe is in Canada. It's called Chinook Skincare. And this is her elderberry cream. You can see that. And I've been using this one, actually, so I had to go and steal it out of my bathroom and put it back. But it's really lovely. And I've received so many graduate products recently. So this one was from Chinook. I've got this one. Oh, where have I put it? Sorry, my desk is a bit of a mess.
There's too many.
You can't see. I was sent these by our graduate Miland, who runs Expression Natural in the UK. So this is her facial serum, which is lovely. I've been using that as well. And this is her exfoliating cleansing powder with vitamin C, which I have also been using, but I won't tip it too much or it'll go everywhere on my desk. But it's really, really lovely. And so I get sent products like this all the time. And those people are action takers. So they're the ones who said to themselves, I want to completely change my life. I want to start something that I know will bring me joy. I want to create something that will give me confidence as a person. And I want to start a beauty brand and become a certified formulator. And that's the sort of person who enrolls with us.
Exactly. And I bet the products that you've just shown us there from those graduates, they necessarily didn't think it would be that when they started. You know, as soon as you start, a whole world of formulation ingredients just opens up, and you have no idea now before you start what you'll be able to do by the time we get to the end of the course. It really is something just quite incredible.
Yes.
I just want to show this comment from Lisa that says, I've finally taken the leap after years of wanting to, beyond excited for this new direction. So Lisa, great name. Thank you so much. That is just absolutely fantastic. And please head over to the orientation group, say hello to everyone, pop in the online classroom, say you've started, say what course you've signed up for. I'm assuming you've signed up for the main diploma, but maybe you haven't. Yeah, please do let us know. That is absolutely fantastic. And we've just got, I don't know if you've got your timer on, Lorraine.
I do. Hang on. I haven't put it up on a little...
We usually have a timer that surprises us. I'm not, of course, quite sure if Lorraine had it with her today.
Hang on, let me pull it up. Yeah, so there's a lot going on my phone at the moment. I have a little timer that's counting down, so I'm looking at it at the moment. But we only have 2 to 3 minutes left, and we'll be closing down this live stream at that point as well. And then we will be closing enrollment for January 2024. So if you started the new year thinking, I can do this, I'm going to create something incredible, I'm going to become a formulator like the 20,128 students and graduates before you, then this is your moment, because we are only going to be open now for another matter of minutes. And at that point, we close down enrollment. We won't be open for a very long time. Next time we open up enrollment, our diploma in organic skincare formulation, the fees are going up quite considerably. So this is the last time you'll be able to enroll at 750 British pounds as well. And you could get started and be formulating within a matter of days once you've ordered your ingredients. And if you have ingredients, you could be formulating by this evening. That's so incredibly exciting. So if you want to formulate your 2024 the right way, then this is your last chance, I'm afraid, because we'll be getting the show on the road with orientation soon, which is why we have to close so that we can get our student intake started together.
Absolutely. And you really do get to start, as Lorraine said, so quickly. We really do go through the steps. We show you where to go for your equipment, where to go for your ingredients. Module 1 is, I was going to say a breeze. I don't want to say breeze, but you could do that really, really easily. Don't worry about it. We don't go in the hard guns. We just take you by the hand. You can join our online classroom, get support and guidance from people in there. They've all been in your position, so you don't even need to ask for the help, really. We don't have people just posting their successes in there. We have people posting all sorts, and everyone just piles on and gives their opinions and help to everybody. And it doesn't matter if you're on the final project or if you're on module 1, someone will be there to help you and give you the answer, because there's 13,000 people in there. It is a lot of fun. And if you're in the Skincare Entrepreneur Mastermind, it is like a league above. It is so wonderful in that group. So I can't wait for everyone enrolling at the moment who has 1 minute left, I'm going to say. Please do jump on to the online classroom and the orientation group and say hi, and we'll see you in there. And if we close the live and you're going through the page, don't worry, just keep going through. We'll keep it open for a few minutes. We want to catch every single one of you. And if you have any problems, as we've said multiple times, just reach out to us, hello@formulabotanica.com, and we will get to your query, I promise. I know Lorraine's looking at the timer. every time.
Tell my kids have been at my timer. Yes, it is now 4 o'clock, which means we're about to get started to close everything down. It will take us a few minutes. So if you are still sat in the checkout filling in your enrollment form, you should be able to sneak through, but you're going to have to be fast. So take action. Make 2024 the year that you become a formulator. And if you have any issues, or you can't enroll, or you're having tech problems, reach out and speak to us. Please do. We want to hear from you, and we want to see you in our community soon, making those formulations and formulating your future. This is incredibly exciting, and this could change everything for you. So head on over to formulabotanica.com now and try and beat our tech team as they shut down all of the enrollment opportunities. But you can literally just sneak in there now, but you're going to have to be lightning fast.
And I'm just going to do a little shout out to Awatef, who I think has just joined. Awatef, just start communication with us. Email us at hello@formulabotanica.com, because you are coming up to the end, and you will be able to watch this. You'll still be able to get all the answers that we've been giving and watch the slides, because wherever you're watching, there will be a replay. So you just use the same link. But yeah, just reach out to us and send us an email, because we want everyone to get the opportunity. And thank you to all of you for joining this live. If you joined this last hour, it's because you have an interest in formulation. You want to go somewhere with it. So you have taken time out of your lives to do that. And it is only going to benefit in you in the end. I hope everyone has learned and taken away a little bit something. And we hope to welcome all of you at some point in the future. And thank you to everyone for sharing your wonderful, fantastic, positive, glorious messages. And to those of you who enrolled, you are, going to have such an adventure. And I want to see all of you saying you've done module 1.
Yes.
Yes, please do. Let us know in the orientation group. As soon as you can, in the orientation group and in the online classroom, because really starting off in the best way is something that we recommend. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm jealous of all of you.
And quick shout outs to Claudia in the US and to Stephanie in the UK, who've literally just sneaked in at the last
Well done, Stephanie.
Well done, Claudia and Stephanie. You are the action takers. You are, moving at lightning speed. And we've got to go now, because we've got to go and close down enrollment. So a huge thank you to everyone here who joined us. Thank you to all the people who told us they enrolled. Thank you to people who posted up the questions and took part. You can do this. Like, this is your chance. This is your moment. And a year from now, I expect to be sat here on a live talking about the next term time that we do in 2025. And I might be holding up your formulations. I might be talking about the brand that you've created. I might be looking at the photos that you've posted up in the classroom of yourself holding up your certificates, or the beautiful balms and bars and butters and lotions and cleansers and toners that you've made, and shampoos and conditioners. That could be you a year from now. And a year isn't very long, but everything could change for you in that time. So everyone who enrolled, hugely excited for you. I can't wait to see what you do with it. And I can't wait to see you in the orientation group as well. So make sure you click on the link that you've been sent, come on through and post up and say hello, because this is a fantastic opportunity, and get to know everyone in a more intimate setting. And then you'll be moved into our main classroom where you can chat to everyone once you've gone through orientation. So huge congratulations to everyone. I know there's probably a few of you left who are sat in the checkout going through your enrollment forms now. You literally have a matter of minutes, so you've got to be fast. But like I said, go against the clock and try and beat the tech team. And we'll be seeing you in the community really soon.
Yeah, thank you everyone, and we'll see you on the other side. And just thank you again to everyone for joining. That was really fun. That flew by.
It did.
And yeah, to those that have enrolled, congratulations. And I will see you all in the online classroom.
See you everyone soon. Thank you.